is something absolutely amazing. Apparently we can make a resistor out of a matchstick. That there can be a resistor for a circuit, and what's more, I found a circuit that actually needs one of these and can't use a regular resistor. Let's go indoors and have a look. Right, so what the heck are we looking at? Well, apparently by grabbing a regular match from a matchbox and then using some wire, just a few turns. It's not got to be insulated wire or anything, just bare wire. So I've got that floral type wire there, a few turns on this side, a few turns on that side, and we make a mega ohm type of resistor. I'll show you more now. You see, I was on the Instructables website and I saw this particular circuit. It said R2, see text. So I thought, well, it's probably nothing to do with Star Wars. And in fact, what it was that you have to make about 1,000 megaohms or more of resistance, which seems really wild. You can make that by using a match, some wire, and then just wind it on both ends, and in between forms that massive resistance that this circuit needs. And that circuit there uses an antenna, and you can detect your hand coming near to the wire. I thought, well, might as well try and make that as well. And you might remember I was trying to burn wood, trying to make it conductive and what have you, and I thought, well, look at that. That's just a matchstick. Is this really going to work? Let's make this one. So there we are with a few turns of wire on that left side. And there's a few turns of wire on the right hand side. And that is our resistor. Next I'll put the circuit together and come back. Here is the circuit diagram from that Instructables page. Luckily I had a bag of 2N7000s. My changes are that I've used a C945 NPN transistor instead of the BC548. I've also got 100 microfarads across the input, which is going to be 5 volts USB, and I've also got an on indicator light, a yellow one, with a small resistor on that, just to know when there's power. So here we are with my replication of the circuit. It's being powered by USB, as I say, from that power bank there. And there's the matchstick in place. Now apparently if I move my hand near, then there we go. The LED comes on. It's also very good at detecting mains in the wall and such, so I'll be trying that shortly. But as you can see, it works absolutely fine. I've actually got a 50k, not a 10k on this side as this pot to adjust things, because I just found that to give more range, and especially with the mains type frequencies. But yeah, the circuit works. I'm quite delighted. Next thing though, I think I want to add a better indicator than just the LED. So I think I'm going to try one of these little buzzers and see, the light came on, and see if this works as well. So there we go, the buzzer's in place. I've just got the minus of it from the collector of the C945, and I've got its positive leg going into the positive supply rail. So, does it make a noise? Yes. Oh, when I get close to it, it triggers into into that annoying tone. Also, in practice, you may have seen those two 15k resistors on the board. Got one there and I've got one there. It doesn't seem to matter whether they're 5.1, 10k or 15. They seem to work fine. I tried the other two except for the 10k because it didn't have 10k resistors. This section over here though is certainly doing what it's supposed to with the match. I replaced that with all different types of resistors, regular ones. They didn't work anywhere near as well as the matchstick. Right, let's try it out with mains. Right, so over here in the kitchen we've got these two plugs into the wall, and in fact it's already on. That distance must be a good foot away. I was just so surprised. Yeah, there we go, getting nearer and nearer. It gets brighter and brighter. Good heavens, that's a long way. It's a similar story with the microwave. As I go nearer, this thing brightens up, and it's got to be a clear foot away. Wow. If I go near to the display on the cooker, does it do anything? Oh, yes it does. Okay, with the tone. Okay. And here's another socket. Let's see what happens. Go near to it and yes, there we are. The lights come on. So I thought I'd try that burnt wood, and you might recall a couple of months ago I tried burning it and trying to create something conductive from bits of wood around the property. It didn't really work out at all, but I thought, you know, it might work on this circuit. And so here we have a piece of that charcoal that I've made in a similar way to the matchstick. I snapped one of those pieces there in half, wound the wire around, and will it actually work? Will it do anything finally? Just anything? So yeah. Yep. Nowhere near as well as the other one. I'll show that in a minute, some changes I've been making just by changing the pot really, the position there. But it does do something, it does work. There's been some use now with this daft burnt wood. Okay, I'll show you the big improvement next. I'll turn the light off a moment for this. But I've just been mucking around with this a little bit, changing it a bit more. Like I say, I've got a 50k on there now. You might have seen actually how it's lighting up from a lot further away, and that's what I wanted to demonstrate. I can be a clear foot away with my own hand now, and the thing will start to come on. It is highly sensitive, and as I say, partly because of what it's using as that resistor. Ah, that light is still on, even with the camera, with my hand on the camera. So yes, it can be a very effective circuit. It's definitely a very effective method to use the matchstick, and I've been very impressed with that circuit. I hope you have too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.